too much of life. Hi everybody. What are some of the most mischievous things that you have all been caught for doing in school? Imagine this, okay? Imagine yourself 15 minutes after your recess has ended on the school's main gate, waiting for the watchman that you just buttered into smuggling in alcohol for you in your water bottle. So this guy comes in, hands you over the bottle, and you briskly start walking towards your school building. You look left and right, your heart is pounding, your lungs are in your mouth. Okay, you take the most uncommon corridor, and then you see that one staircase at the end of which is the washroom, where you want to execute your plan of badassery. So you quickly jump up the staircase, but as you step on the final tile, you face the most dreaded man in school. Any guesses? No, the PTI! And in the usual funny accents that most PTIs have, no offense, I love their accent though, he says, "What's so late?" And then, pretty much like it happens in the movies, you say, "Ice cream, sir, ice cream lene gayi thi to late ho gayi." But the canteen is closed, and you don't have an answer to that. Next thing you know, he's reached out for your bottle. You're following him to the corridor that leads straight to the principal's office. And you're only thinking of jumping off that floor as the only way to save your life. Now this has truly happened with me. Except, it wasn't alcohol, it was charge. Buttermilk, right? That was how low a level of badassery we had in school. You know, this is for what I was considered the most wanted. So this other time things took a more different turn, I can say. So I had this friend called Sonal, who was then in the Chetan Bhagat phase of her life, and she was very fond of reading novels. So this one time she got finished with one, and she wanted to forward it to this other friend called Pooja. Alright? So since Sonal was going to be absent the subsequent day, and Sonal and I went in the same school bus, she got her watchman to give that book to me, wrapped in a blue polythene bag, so that I can forward it to Pooja in class later. So I went to class, I couldn't see Pooja around, and I was not going to waste the zero period trying to find any goddamn person, because for all of you who've had that concept in school, you would know that zero period is the only time when you can kind of breathe independence and freedom in school. So I went out, I had a nice time, I played some badminton, I came back swinging my hands, and I saw 50 pairs of eyes looking at me with disgust and judgment. Now before I could understand anything at all, my class teacher stormed in with that blue polythene bag, and at a note as high that they are strolling in the deep, she said, "Kis batmiz ki kitab hai ye?" And it was pin drop silence in the class. I slowly moved my hand up, not like I had an option. Following which I wanted to tell her, "Ma'am, I just kind of got it today. It's not mine, it does not belong to me." But before I could even utter my first word, she had already called me shameless and questioned my upbringing. Ye sikhaya maa baap ne tumhe? The frequency of this question in our society is so much that all of us should put it on a resume. Name, qualification, and kya kya sikhaya maa baap ne, That is how much I hear this thing. Puzzled, confused, shocked all at once. The next thing I know, they're taking me to the principal's office. The principal who until then used to think of me as an angel. Until then, of course. So I was made to wait outside till the teacher told the principal about, the narrative of what had happened. The occasional sounds of kind of confirmed that, the screenplay going inside is at its dramatic best. After almost 1 hour of kneeling down in the corridor, I saw a very familiar male figure coming in towards me in the corridor. And right when I was going to make fun of his bright red funny shoes, I realized it was my father. Yeah. So he could not really come up to me and ask me what had happened personally, because that teacher had already walked out and escorted him straight inside the principal's office. A few minutes later, this peon comes in and tells me to join them in. I still remember the absurd look that he gave me. He was judging me almost as hard as I judged KRK. So, yeah. So I went inside thinking, yay, here's my chance to finally clarify this. But as soon as I went inside thinking, here's my chance to clarify, my teacher unwrapped that book and showed it to my father. Yeah. Now come on, you've all seen raunchier stuff sitting next to our parents on television ads anyway, right? I mean, with the kind of diversity that has come into the explicit content market, this is pretty much the Alok Nath of erotica. And you know what? I'm not even sure if this is erotica in the first place. I am that lazy. I haven't read this book. Anybody here has read this book? By Nobody or somebody? That Kiss in the Rain? No? Okay, so this pretty much can just be a random love story for all we know. But the bigger question here is, what even is the big deal with this cover? I mean, if we were okay with kissing behind flowers in the 60s and 70s, what's wrong with the sad little umbrella? I mean, I didn't catch an issue there. But of course, all this funny business that I'm putting in right now wasn't very much applicable back then. Back then, as a teenager, I was timid and I was worried. And the mere fact that I was sharing that visual with my father, who by the way is super conservative, it kind of had me on rolls, okay? And I had almost lost track of any explanation that I was going to get. But I still told them. I told them, see, trust me, I only got the book today morning. From Sonal to give it to Pooja, and as unbelievable as it sounds, I did not open the goddamn book. I just did not. I mean, had it been a tiffin box, I would have opened it immediately. But it was not, so I did not. But my teacher, pretty much, as I expected, played Sherlock Holmes and said, you know what, you're making all of this up? Because both Pooja and Sonal are absent today, so you're making this up. And then this followed by the usual monologue about, I have 25 years of experience with children. And you know how teachers can kind of make out whether you're lying or not from your face, from the very drop of sweat slipping off your forehead, from anything. They'll make out if you're lying. But I was not, right? I was not lying. But by the time all of this happened, I had given up on this too. I had my hands up, like, just arrest me already and get this done with. I'm done. You know, this incident today, as I'm telling it to you, sounds very funny and humorous to this 21-year-old Megha. Because I've become a woman who can talk it out and laugh it off. But none of this was even close to being funny to this 16-year-old Megha. For her, that one day led to a chain of events that has left a permanent scar on her memory. Something that began with the reaction of one teacher multiplied to 50 students who in turn probably told so many more. Eventually it was almost the entire school that knew. And that knew something that I did not even do. Almost the entire higher secondary school ridiculing an innocent 16-year-old girl by calling her names, putting chips in her bags, discussing her, mocking at her, embarrassing her in front of her parents. It even went down to the extent of discussing this incident in the morning assembly as a moral science lesson. Can you beat that? I mean, what? And of course I did not say my name, but did they even have to anymore? Like, everybody already knew. Slowly and steadily I had given up, and I was tired of people telling my parents कि ये हाथ से निकल गया. I was tired of holding hope in my heart. So I started becoming cynical, I started becoming detached. I refrained from giving out opinions in class, completely disconnected from activities and discussions in class. Also started considering myself kind of inferior, became very, very resentful, and at one point of time I thought, you know what, if I am being ashamed and embarrassed for stuff that I did not do, I'd better do, might as well just do bad stuff then. Alright, I mean, if you're anyways getting embarrassed, better do it, right? So I switched from being the sincere scholar kind to the mafia kind. Alright, then I became the badass of my school, and I got into brawlings and I used to say bad words and all of that. A lot of people noticed the switch, but nobody really wondered why. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, alright, nice story, pretty emotional, wow, very nice, okay, good word. But come on, public shaming, it happens with everybody. It's not a personal thing. It's too frivolous to cause an impact on a macro level. It's not that important, right? Wrong. It is. Because while this 15-year-old girl, okay, this could be a very okay, I have drawn this myself, so I have to take some time over here. I don't know if you can make sense of it. So this is what I experienced and this is what I did to myself. So while this young girl could move out of that trauma and that phase because of reasons that we're going to discuss subsequently, a lot of people don't. This 17-year-old guy who faced public shaming all throughout his teenage life and even after his teenage life, could not get over the hatred that it generated inside of him. This is our chap right here. Now with this, I am not trying to say that anything that he did is justified because he had a disturbed childhood. That's not the point here. Remember that. The point is that I want to highlight that public shaming more often than not does lead to later violence. It always does. It is an underlying factor. Might not be the only factor, but it's always an underlying factor. And for those of you who are still not convinced, let me bring to you a more local context. So out of the total school-going juvenile criminals who were bailed out, they were surveyed. So out of the total children surveyed, a whopping 81% confessed that some or the other form of ridiculing and shaming triggered them into committing the crime that they did. So while you and me think this is frivolous, we're forgetting that indirectly and directly we are making this figure. You and me, ladies and gentlemen, have constructed this figure knowingly, unknowingly, directly, indirectly, but somehow we have, collectively as a society, we have done this to them in ways that we don't know. So my question here is, a lot of people think that this is restricted to the youth. It is not. I'll tell you what. In my case, it were my teachers who initiated it. Alright? Teachers are supposed to be professionals who should know child psychology in and out. So what really is the problem? I think the problem is that to a certain extent our society runs on the fuel of shaming. If you think of it very deeply. So our norms and regulations are directly proportional to our very own shameometer called log kya kahenge. Right? So this fear which is in our parents' head, our relatives' head, of continuously getting ashamed, this very fear that has given the society what it thinks is a monopoly to embarrass, to shame, to ridicule anybody and call it a form of regulation. As it was in my case, it was a regulation, right? So the next thing would be, what do we do about it? You know, a lot of people kind of come up on stage and say, I'm not here to inspire you, or I'm not going to inspire you, or I can't inspire you, as if inspiring someone requires you to pull up the Himalayas on a pinky finger or something like that. It's really not that difficult. You know what inspires me? In Bombay, I live in a flat about double the size of this stage with 2 more girls. As I stand in front of my balcony, I see the Mahila Mandali of my society doing garba and chit-chatting. Then I walk at the back side of my flat and I look out and I see female laborers working very, very hard. And every time I feel too full of myself or too lazy, they inspire me to level my game up, to do something, to get moving. For them, for myself, for anybody, but just to do something. And they don't have the slightest clue that they're inspiring me. What I am trying to get at is that never underestimate your ability to inspire someone. You don't have to be Shaktiman's cousin to do that, right? You don't have to be a CEO, you don't have to be a celebrity, you don't have to be anything, you just have to be an average person. Which is why I called myself that in the introduction. Alright? You just have to be an average person to initiate a change. Like those ladies I just told you about, they have no freaking clue that a 21-year-old nerve crack is invading their privacy 24/7. Just like that, you and me and the watchman outside this building, none of us know how little things we say and do and promote can heal somebody, can save somebody, can solve their problems, can inspire them. So begin by knowing that you yourself is all that it takes. I did that too. And today we are a group of 3 friends, an informal organization, won't even really call it an organization, who spend their weekends at child reformation centers and teaching children and anything that has children with it basically. Because we try to decode young minds, we try to understand, we try to hear their stories. And these children who are in that age, that sphere where we can kind of form a better and a healthier mindset. So this is what we try to do. Now we don't call ourselves an NGO, okay? We don't have a name for ourselves. We don't ask for funds. We just do it. We do it as just another thing in the day, right? Because it's not a charity, we owe it to them. So we better do it and not call ourselves an NGO for it, alright? Now before all of this, the most important thing and the most difficult thing as well to do is going to be to deconstruct yourself. We need to understand and accept the fact that there are things that that we need to contemplate on, that we need to deconstruct our ill-awareness and our assumptions about public shaming. Because it is only when we are willing to unlearn that we can truly create a new social reality, right? And the most critical aspect in this regard would be to get rid of something that I think all of us hold very dearly and follow very fervently without any debate. Indifference is bliss, right? So, back in time when I used to read this line, I used to feel very disconnected from the world and very free, and probably why I put it up as my WhatsApp status 2 years back. Now, my mother was not even there on WhatsApp at that time, but she's a pro at stalking, so somehow she got to know what my WhatsApp status is, and she asked me, what is your status about? She's not that well versed with English, so she asked me, what is your status about? So I told her, Mom, indifference means to not be bothered by what's happening, you know. Indifference as in fark na padna, Mom. And very innocently she said, "Pero beta, agar kisi ko fark hi nahi padega, to duniya kaise chalegi?" Such an innocent line to say, and it had such a deep impact on me that I kept on thinking and contemplating, only to realize that today all of us, majorly youngsters, have made it so cool to be indifferent. Megha बहुत, अरे बहुत सही है, उसको किसी फर्क नहीं पड़ता यार, बहुत सही हो. अब वो बंदा भी बहुत सही है, so इससे मतलब नहीं, he doesn't care, he's very cool. When and how did फर्क ना पड़ना, मतलब ना होना, to not care, to not be bothered become cool? When and how? Indifference is the easiest way out. It is an act of cowardice. It does not require any effort, alright? You know what's brave? To actually care, to be bothered, to go there, do something, irrespective of whether the situation has any benefits to offer to you or not, right? To do something which requires intention and effort. So I would like all of you to not be indifferent, because indifference can be an escape for one person, but being the difference, maybe even a small one, like those laborers to me, being the difference kind of becomes a solution for so many. I think of myself as one of the most fortunate humans on the face of this earth. Most fortunate and lucky, because I had my mother who knew all of this, and she pulled me out of that phase that I was talking about earlier, right? But not everyone does. And if she hadn't been that way, who knows, this TEDx speaker right now could have been in just another remand home, could have been part of that 81%. So be that change. Do that to somebody. After all, this feels better, right? So that's all I've got to say. Happy healing. Bye.